guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a little bit of a happy accident here to talk about today. I was in the drugstore the other day and I don't know if I'm out of the loop or what the story is here, but I saw something that I had not heard of before, and it is a Revlon product. It is this little thing here. It is the Revlon Photoready. They call it the Primer, Shadow, and Sparkle. And this is in Romanticism. Let me open this thing up. So this is what this one looks like here. It's two different shades of pink. So you've got the pink highlight, you've got the regular pink for the lid, you've got your crease color, and then down here you've got, this here is a primer, and this is supposed to be for added sparkle. Now, I've got to be honest with you guys, I've never used a primer like this before. It's like a pressed powder kind of primer. And it is quite loose, but it seems to sit pretty well. So, but I've never actually used one like this. I use, my go-to is the Urban Decay, but I was questioning this, and it's part of the reason why I bought it, was because I was questioning it, but it's such a pretty primer. I don't think you guys can really see it in here, but it's kind of like it's almost holographic kind of looking. And it's got a purplish pink shade. It looks really white on my camera, but it's kind of like a purplish pink. It's kind of strange, but it was also intriguing. Now, I did put this on sometime this afternoon. It's about midnight now, so I guess it's been on. Yeah, I've had it on about 8 hours. Okay, and I will post a picture of what it looked like right after I put it on. And I took the picture with my cell phone, so. I went ahead and I used the entire kit, even that extra added sparkle stuff. It went on really well. The pigmentation was decent. It's not great. The highlight's actually pretty good. On the top, actually not bad. It's got a nice little sparkle to it. As far as the pink shade that's in here, it's almost, it's a pink color, but it's like a whitish pink. So it's not quite as crisp as it is inside the palette. And then once you put that sparkle on top, it kind of turns silver. The whole kit in itself is very, very sparkly. But 8 hours later, and I think it at least held on somewhat well. Let me zoom you guys in so you can take a look at it and see what it looks like 8 hours after I applied it. So this is what it looks like now. And this is only depending on the primer that came in the kit. It is creased a little. Let me see if I get this come in just a little bit tighter. Unfortunately, this is as tight as I can get it without it just completely blurring out. But this is what it looks like on this eye. And here's what it looks like on the other eye. The pigmentation has definitely died down. I can tell you that. It was a lot more pigmented earlier. I have scratched under here a little bit, and as you can see, I do have some fallout. So I've got sparkles. God help us with the sparkles. But I do have some fallout underneath my eyes, and I will tell you guys, it was kind of irritating. It was a little bit irritating to the eyes. It held on okay. It didn't hold on really, really super well. The only things I put on my face were from the actual kit itself. I didn't use the Urban Decay primer. I didn't use any lotion. I didn't do anything special to my eyes. I just used what they provided in this kit. Now, as far as the application process of it, I thought it was actually quite smooth. Went on really, really easy. It was very, very blendable. And when I put it on, it was very pigmented. And even the primer was a nice color when it went on. You could actually wear that as your main shadow. It was really that nice. But because of the pigmentation of it, I probably wouldn't want to take it all the way up, just because it's going to look a little strange if you put it all the way up. But I put it on the eyelid and I covered everything that I would need to cover for the crease and things of that nature. And it seemed to really do the job. It has held on fairly decent for 8 hours on a kind of humid day here. I think it did fairly well, but it didn't do great. I think this is probably going to work out a little bit better if you put a regular primer on underneath it and then put their primer on, because I think the mixture of the color in their primer and that pink color really pops, at least at first. Once I get it on with a primer, I'll be able to tell if it really does pop as well as I'm hoping it's going to. But for what's in the kit, it actually doesn't seem too bad. Now there is, as you can see, there was a fallout problem. I think that was mostly from the little glitter piece that's inside. They've got this, you don't have to use that glitter, but I did because I wanted to be able to tell you guys what it was like. But this is, right here, this is the little glitter thing that's in question. There was definitely some fallout. There wasn't when I was applying it. It didn't seem to be falling all over my eyes, but as the day wore on, apparently it did. Which, you know, that's, I kind of expected that to happen because it is glitter, and I hate glitter. But I expected it kind of to happen because of the fact that it's glitter. So I do have the fallout underneath my eyes, which is probably not the best place you want it to drop, especially if, like myself, I don't have any foundation on today, so it's kind of highlighting my dark circles and the bags under my eyes, but alright. Blendability is good. I didn't use, they give you 2 applicators in there, and I didn't use them other than for the primer. I actually did use them for the primer, but the rest of it, I just applied it with my brushes. You could somewhat apply this with your finger. The only problem is that, as you can see, it kind of narrows down in here because they want to do the shape to show you how to put it on. So if you're using a finger, you're probably going to miss out on that stuff in there. But so what? If you don't have brushes, you can definitely do this with a finger. They don't give you a whole lot of directions on it. You get, you know, your standard directions on the back, and they tell you what to put where and what to do with it. Play around with it, because I think you could probably do several different looks with this. And like I said, you don't have to use the sparkles. This stuff actually has a lot of sparkle built into it, especially that silver on the top here, this crease color. There is a lot of sparkle in that, and the highlight right above it is the same thing. There's not as much in the pink lid color, which I ended up putting, when I put the sparkles on, I put them on the pink lid color because everything else was so sparkly. But I'll tell you what, guys, if you like to have a really sparkly eye look, this is probably the way to go for you. I have, as you can tell, I have severely hooded eyes. Not the best look for me. I wore it out. I went to dinner with my mom tonight, and I wore it out there, and I've been kind of putting around the house, doing chores, things of that nature. It has irritated my eyes a little. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've got sensitive skin, especially around my eyes, and I've noticed as the evening has gone on, I'm starting to itch up in here, which is where I have the highlight. It's itching in here, and my eye was watering a little bit. I'm thinking, now that I've seen the fallout, I'm thinking I probably got glitter in my eye. Because if it's down here, then it most likely got into my eye, and there was some over, like, on the very, very corner, like, right in my eye. So I'm thinking that's probably what was causing it to itch, and probably what was causing it to water. But my eyebrows are itchy. Like, up in here, it just itches, especially like right in here where the highlight was, but it's not doing that on this eye. It seems to only be my right eye that's itching, so I don't know what's going on there, but I figured I'd let you know about it, because if you have sensitive skin, it may cause a little bit of an itch. Again, probably because of all the glitter. Glitter makes me itch, which is why I don't like glitter all that much. So if you've got sensitive skin and you're kind of itchy around glitter, you're probably going to itch a little bit. Overall, I thought it was a decent buy. It's definitely not a holy grail, life-changing, game-changing, anything-changing kind of palette, or whatever you call this. But it's definitely fun to play with. I think it's worth the money. I don't know what the other colors are, because this was the only one of these that was in the store. Not just the only color, but it was the only one they had. So I don't know what the other colors look like. This is, as I said, this is Romanticism. I thought this was a pretty nice color combination. Revlon usually does a pretty good job with the color combination, so I'm assuming what the other color combinations are probably are going to look pretty decent as well. Definitely, I think it's definitely worth the money. However, I would use another primer underneath them, and I would probably go fairly light on the glitter portion of it, the small glitter piece in here. I'd go light on that and use my own primer. Other than that, I definitely like it. I would probably buy another one if I saw a different color. I would probably go ahead and buy that. So thanks for hanging in there with me, guys. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I do try to make at least one video every week. I am trying to make at least 2, but so far I think we're stuck around the 1 area. I also have a second channel. I will link to that in the description. That is pretty much a vlogging and just for fun channel, so if you want to just come and hang out, that is the place to do it. And I will see you next time, guys. Bye.